Multilateralism, the process of organizing relations between groups of 3 or more states, is facing a crisis. And transatlantic relations that are intimately linked to the establishment, expansion, and maintenance of the multilateral system and of multilateralism as a set of international practices have a role in this crisis. The author explores this relationship between the crisis of contemporary multilateralism and transatlantic relations. He exposes 3 questions and tries to answer them. The first one is, what does it mean to say that there is a crisis of contemporary multilateralism in the global arena? The second one is, what roles have the EU and the US and the relations between them played in the crisis of multilateralism? And the last one, what is the current and potential future position of the EU and the US and of transatlantic relations in the multilateral system? By exploring these issues, the article addresses the true nature of the crisis and how can it assess the current challenges of multilateralism. It examines the multilateral framework of transatlantic relations and the roles of the EU and the US, delves into the relationship between transatlantic relations and the development of contemporary multilateralism, and considers the future of transatlantic relations concerning differentiation, fragmentation, and disintegration, as well as the potential future roles of the EU and the US.
It focuses on 3 core elements: institutions, norms, and negotiations, and argues that the EU and the US occupy ambiguous positions and roles in this crisis. These ambiguities pervade their 10-year roles in the multilateral system. The third part of this paper assesses the role of multilateralism in the development of transatlantic relations, drawing attention to the differentiation between special relationship, transatlantic governance, and world order, reaching the conclusion that the consequent tension between differentiation and disintegration will be a core element of transatlantic relations for the foreseeable future, and that the EU-US relations are thus weakening in a foundational aspect of world order. Finally, this erosion in the cohesion and ideational convergence of the EU-US relations affects the broad multilateral system, which calls into question the appropriate roles of each side of the Atlantic and highlights uncertainties about political leadership.
Well, with Joe Biden on the cusp of clinching the White House, some political analysts say the fresh US leadership will likely see a return to the so-called glory days of the transatlantic relationship. The once strong US-European alliance has taken a hit during Donald Trump's reign, with disagreements over policy issues, sanctions, security and trade. He also supported Brexit and denounced the EU as an
allies, whereas Donald Trump was the exact opposite. His America First policy was really about zero-sum game. Joe Biden isn't the same in that way at all. So I think that they can expect much more engagement in a positive level with Joe Biden, in particular around COVID and any other issue, any other global issue when it comes to peace and security as well, something that again Donald Trump moved away from. So again, just to say, I don't think anyone's naive here in Brussels that the relations would be like they were 10 or 20 years ago, but that there won't be the type of hostility they've experienced for the past 4 years under this White House. Oliver?
Shona Murray joining us here from the Belgian capital. Thank you very much indeed.